88 Films.
Hello, hello.
You're-
Another episode. Haven't
Lazy.
changed clothes in a week. Ring the button. Ring the button.
Drop the bomb. Oof.
All right, we're back. Today's episode, somebody asked us about sentimental value shoes, pieces, so we could talk about, I would say, just how certain things, for us at least, or I mean for a lot of people that are like actually into it, hold more value than like what it's actually worth, or it could be worthless and it holds like a lot of value, or or it's worse.
Vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah.
Yeah.
So have you had a sneaker that like what's a sneaker for you that holds sentimental value?
Damn. There's a couple, but I would say the one that like I have, and it's like I don't even wear it, but it's also like a thing where I never thought I would get it, is my Entourage Air Force One. That's like number one, just because of like I remember growing up watching the show, and then it always being like a grail to me, and even just the way I got it, to me, was like nuts. Like the way that day played out, like I remember it like it was yesterday. And I don't know, for as long as I've had the shoe, I've probably only worn it like 2 or 3 times, but it's just one of those ones where like there's times where I'm like, man, this is a lot of money I just have fucking sitting here. Like I should just get rid of it and use that for something else. But at the same time, it's like it's something I never thought I would own. So I would say that's like one that sticks out just immediately. But another one that I wear frequently is my Bespoke, because that's like the closest thing to me like having a collab with Nike. And it's something that I again, growing up, I would see like pairs online that people would do, and I never thought I would be able to do it because it's a lot of money. It was $1,000 to make that shoe. But being able to sit down there and have like the whole experience of like going through all the different materials, the swatches, and like seeing it come to life and being satisfied with what I did. Like I don't think I did nothing crazy. Like I genuinely did something that I know I could wear at any given time. And even now, like I've worn it a gang of times and I think it's worn in well. So like I would say those two, for those two different reasons. Yeah. What about you?
None.
Damn. The fragment.
No, I mean the fragment. I think the fragment was just a time, and I think maybe that's why I loaned so much. Like the round 2 influence was crazy, and then again, it's just like it's crazy. So yesterday, I was at the festival. 2 weeks ago. We're in the future. And we were leaving, and I was fucking dead tired. And this guy's just like, "Yo, bro, you're the guy from the round 2 show."
Oh, that's hard.
And I was just like, "Huh?" I was tired, bro. I was literally tired. Like I wanted to go home. And he's like, "Bro, you're my childhood." And I was just like, "What?" And he was just like, "Bro, I remember just watching you, and Sean, Luke, like," and he was just going off. You could tell the dude was fucking
cooked
in the vortex. But yeah, I gave him the time of day, even though I low-key didn't want to. Like I was fucking tired. I was mad. Like I was literally, that like super calm down mad. That was me.
Like over everything.
Like I just like, bro, over. I threw my phone at Andy. Like I literally did throw it at Andy.
So you threw it to the ground.
Andy Camp. Shout out Andy. But yeah, but it was cool, like again, and this is me just being nice and taking the time of day, even though I was fucking completely like over it, bro. Like I was sitting down for the last 2 hours.
Sheesh.
Like I just was waiting for these fools to finish so they wanted to leave.
Yeah.
But I think I guess the fragment one is a pretty close one, where it just like reminds me of like just being like, all right, cool, like the shoe's sick, the way it was built. Like I would say it's just the shape of the shoe and everything, and then just started buying all of them. And then for some reason, everybody at round 2 wanted them, so we all had them. Like it was like almost everybody kept saying it was a staff shoe.
Yeah.
I remember even we did the kickball episode of when we played VA, and all the LA squad pretty much wore fragments. Even Sean wore a fragment, which was sick.
That's hard.
But I mean, I don't think it holds like crazy value. It's just cool because of like the way it played out. Where that shoe, like the price started at a rack, and it went all the way close to $5 for a while. But I think even like my Iron Maiden shirts, those are pretty cool to me.
Yeah.
And it's cool because even the one that I'm running now was a gift because they knew how much I liked my original. Um,
And you say that's like one of the like items you wear that every time you wear it, you get stopped or
yeah, I
somebody
get
brings it up
stopped.
to you.
People find it to be a cool tee.
Yeah.
I think it's like a pretty rare shirt. And I do for mine. I play. Um, the first one I paid a good amount of bread. I think I paid like $400 for it.
Sheesh.
Um,
How many have you ran through?
2, and then I got one stolen.
Damn.
Uh,
But that's crazy because I mean we was just talking about how like vintage is
the
something
original is fucking smoked. That's the one
Yeah,
that here
with
people are,
the-
that with the fucking big ass pit. And I still wear it. You know, I wear it to go to sleep. It's comfortable. It's a good shirt. It's worn in perfectly. It's literally molded to my body.
yeah.
Like literally, like if I take it off, you could literally see like my shoulder print, like shaped
That's
on it.
hard.
That's how much I wear it. And even my new one is getting to that point too. And then I don't know, like I would say even like I think my watches too. I feel like my watches, nobody ever sees them, but I feel like there are like separate moments of my life where I like was doing good and I bought one, and then I bought another one, and then I bought another one, and same thing. They're just in the safety deposit box rotting away.
It's just the timestamps.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think those are cool. Like I remember I got a little bit of bread. I bought my first one, and then bought my second one, and then the last one. I think I had like a crazy month on the resale side of my life. And I remember I told my friend, like, yo, what's a good watch to
Like
buy that's gonna hold? And the Pepsi with the Jubilee band, and I bought it for 15, and I think it goes for like 25, 22 or something like that. Maybe it went down now because the watch market is cooked, but there was a while where people were offering me off like my wrist in New
shit.
York because I used to wear it a lot. They're like, yo, I'll give you 20 bands right now, and I was just be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, some of these things like are expensive or whatever, but they hold more weight than that. Like even that first tee that you still wear to sleep, you don't ever think you would like rework it or anything like that.
I actually want to frame it.
Oh, that'd be hard.
I want to frame it,
Yeah.
and because it looks cool, like it looks like art, you know, like it's all destroyed. It's nice. Even my original Rick hoodie, my first Rick hoodie that I bought,
You still have it?
the black one, yeah, I still have it. It's smoked. It's the one with the holes, like on
Oh,
the
yeah.
sleeves. That another thing. It was just like I wanted an everyday hoodie, so I bought at that point I would say an expensive hoodie. I mean, they're still expensive, but I just went to buy it, and I literally wore it every single day.
Yeah.
And it's cooked. It literally looks like destroyed. But yeah, it's just like certain things. I feel like with me, especially if I like something, even like my Celine jeans, like if it's something that I like, I'll never take it off.
Yeah, you're gonna get your runs in it, and even if it'll be like a time where you'll wear it for X amount of time, like weeks, months, whatever, then you might switch off of it for a bit, but then you'll circle back to it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think with shoes, the ones that I feel like hurt me selling, that I was just like, but I just needed it, was probably like the Freddy Krueger.
Oh shit, yeah.
I just needed bread, and I was moving to Chicago for a bit, but I also didn't know what the fuck was going on. But I remember I sold it for what I thought was a lot at the moment.
You sold it right before the spike.
Yeah, before the spike, I sold it for fucking 3 bands.
That was pain.
But yeah, but I needed the bread. But again, same thing. That's an occasion where it's never gonna come back because I'm not gonna spend $20,000 on that shoe. Makes no
Yeah.
sense. But I always tell people that shoes do come back around. Like if you're in a tough spot, sometimes shoes can get you out of that tough spot, or clothes, you know, like selling a bunch of vintage clothes or newer clothes. But yeah, sometimes even if it holds a close, like if it's like super sentimental to you, you could always let it go and it might come back. Most likely it will. Especially if it's, again, not a Freddy Krueger or something like that.
Nah, yeah, that's how I feel about. Well, the main one I would say would be the Forbes, the denim joints, because that was like another one where I don't think I ever would have got that. And what's it called? I don't think there's that many. They made that many pairs to begin with because it was like one of the first like SBs. So it was like when they only made like a couple hundred of them. But I mean, I sold it to fund like part of this, so like it went to good use. But again, knowing what they go for now and everything, I don't think it's something I would ever get back again or see again because you just don't see them at all. I've seen one customer wear them in here, which was like really tight. Cause yeah, like it's just something you don't see every day. But that would be like the main one I would say I regret getting rid of. Um, I would say the what the dunks too, because I like those a lot. But even like kind of going back to like the whole age thing, like bro, I feel be feeling crazy wearing certain shoes now, where it's just like yo,
Yeah, same.
like it just looks kind of nutty. Like I love the what the paws, but I can't even remember the last time I wore my pair, and they're just like they're collecting dust. Like
Yeah, it's just like they're cool, but then I'm just like, I'd rather just wear black shoes
yeah, like
or
just something
Vans.
calm, runners. Definitely been running Vans a lot, and like for everybody like that doesn't have a pair of Vans, you look you need a pair of Vans in your life. They're easy to throw on, and they go with everything.
Yeah, but then I have like I think I always have like those phases where I'm like, oh, I'm a sneakerhead again. Like I just start buying every shoe possible that I like, and I like run like I'll accumulate 10, 15 shoes, and
But I
then
feel like even going to that market, it's like we'll have streaks where it'll be like a lot of consistently solid stuff coming out, or even like crossing our paths, being in here or like in the store, whatever. And then we'll go on like dry streaks where nothing cool is coming out. Nobody's bringing nothing cool, at least for us, that we would want personally. So where it's just like, all right, well, I'll chill right now, which is no big deal either, you know?
no, yeah, and I think I even say it with like our customers, like I'll be like, bro, again, not giving financial advice. I'm like, bro, you don't need that. Like fucking Hudson with those blue Supremes, like bro, you don't
Yeah.
need those. Like um, those are gonna depreciate literally half
As
as
soon
soon
as
as
you
you put
wear
them
them.
on. Like I don't know why that shoe brand new 4K used 1,500 2,000.
It's funny you bring that up. Somebody brought in exact same shoe, exact same size, just lightly worn, and he was like, "Oh, like what would you give me for it?" And I offered him credit because again, I know it's gonna chill for a while. I was like, "Oh, I can give you like 16 credit. I'm gonna price it at 2." He's like, "Well, you have a brand new one for 4K," and I was like, "Bro, like you don't understand. Like that jump between a lightly worn one and a brand new one is so drastic because it's just how the market is, especially with stuff like that. Like,
No, yeah, and then those shoes, like, same thing. It's just like why we don't wear older dunks that much. Well,
yeah,
you do a little more, but I don't because I hate the peeling. Like, there's just something about it where I'm just like, looks gross.
no,
Like,
that's why I brought in my Dooms that other weekend because they're still pristine. Like yeah, they have the glue separating or whatever, but I've seen pairs where since the tongue's like that weird like aluminum or like not I don't know what that material
yeah,
is.
like cracks
It
too.
peels, it cracks, and that pair hadn't cracked yet. So like I was like, man, I'd rather somebody else get more use of them and they probably enjoy them more than I would right now. And yeah, they sold that day. Like a gang of people hit us up for them. But I mean, yeah, it's like that's cool. Like that guy's gonna enjoy it more than I would, and I'm just on to the next. Like I'd rather wear something like this now, where I know they're gonna last me a little bit longer. You know?
No, yeah. But yeah, they even like when people ask me like, what's your favorite Jordan and stuff like that. I think the Jordan 4 is my favorite Jordan, but just that it's not wearable forever makes the Jordan 1 my favorite Jordan 1. My favorite Jordan. Like
Yeah.
I think like if the Jordan a Bread 4 would last forever, like
Mm-hmm.
a 99 Bread 4, which I think is the best Jordan 4 ever made. Um if a 99 Jordan Bread 4 like was wearable every day without soul swapping or nothing,
Having to do
that
the
would be the
most.
best Jordan ever. But
Yeah.
the fact that they crack and stuff like that, I'm just like like Off-White 4s, I love them shits, but
After 2 wears.
after 2 wears they're disgusting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nah. Same. Like as far as Jordans go, my favorite one's like the randomest one. It's a freaking Jordan 17, but those are mad uncomfortable and you can't wear them all the time. And they haven't retroed them, so the OGs break or whatever. Like the OG colorways, they have like all these other random colorways now, but um, yeah, it's like you can't wear that every day. So like it has to be something that's functional.
yeah, I think that's why like Air Forces, Dunks, and
Jordan
Jordan
ones.
ones are like a lot of people's like favorite sneakers because they're wearable all the time. But it's the same thing. Like I know there's something about like the little detaching or like ungluing that they're still because they're fucking sewn together. They're still
Mm.
gonna like hold up, but you know, I don't know. I'm just very picky with stuff like that. But I'm also like the terrible person to say that because I wear destroyed Vans and then with my other shoes. But I think I kind of in my head get, all right, my Vans are Vans and these shoes are meant to look nice.
My thing with that, like actually speaking on that subject, is I know that I did this.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to sound, but it doesn't feel the same as when you buy like a 85 one where it has all this character to it. And then sometimes even the way they feel, it's like molded already to somebody's foot.
Yeah, every time I got a 85, I sold it
Yeah.
because I was just like, I don't know how people do this.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm just like, there's no fucking way.
No, yeah, they're uncomfortable.
Yeah, like I was just like, even for a while, what people don't know, my Fragment one when we were like at Riff or a little younger was a 2001 bred one. Like I had those things on rotation like crazy. Like I always had a fresh pair of 2001 bred ones. Always. I don't know why the Royal not so much. It was cool, but the bred one, I always had one on rotation. But now they're so uncomfortable where like I still think that might be the best Jordan 1 ever, as in like for the breads. 2001, the best red. Even the shape, it's a mid, but the shape was just nice. The padding.
It sits well.
But now you just can't wear it.
Yeah, it's literally like almost like you're walking barefoot if you wear those. Like,
Yeah.
the only way you could wear them,
No, they fucking hurt.
you got to put like insoles in them, and then even then they might not even feel right.
No, yeah, I hate like doing the whole experimenting. She was like, "Oh, get this insole, blah, blah." I'm just like, bro, if it doesn't wear the way I want it to wear, I'm just like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Now even with those, now you wear them, the swoosh cracks.
Yeah.
They separate. Like it just doesn't sit the same. But it's also 10 years older now.
No, yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like nostalgia in this game, like it'll get you to buy something just because of nostalgia. Like I remember when they showed the Futura dunks, the off whites.
Oh yeah.
And same thing. It was like Virgil tapping into like a Futura SB. Like, it just made you think of like that time. So for me, I was just like, damn, I need this. Obviously they dropped an auction, but same thing. I would have been like, I was just so, I'm not a giant fan of the off-white dunks, but just the fact that it was Futura and off-white, I was just like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah, because they even like had the whole aesthetic of like
The uncles.
The dunkles. Yeah. They should have dropped the lows, by the way. The sample ones that Ryan showed us.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But yeah, just like the nostalgia definitely gets us because there's drops that we have here and there to where it's like, oh, I bought it because I remember a certain time. Like even these new, there's certain Jordans where I would want to buy them now, like some of those LS colorways that they're coming with. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I'm not gonna wear it.
Yeah. Not like they're cool to look at and you're like, oh, sick. You appreciate it. And that's the thing, I guess, I would say that kind of sets us apart from a lot of people that we actually care about most of the stuff in here.
Yeah.
Where we're just like, we're fans of it. Like, we're like students about it. Where it's just like, we're not just putting up shelves and putting shoes on the shelf and letting them like sell. Like, we know a little bit of everything. Like, people trip out and we're like, how do you fuck you know that? And I was just like, it's my job, like.
And it's not just like it's just shoes. It's also like a lot of stuff that has to do with the apparel. Like
Yeah, the apparel, the clothing, Supreme, like the photographers, like who did this, why is it that? But again, it's just like when you get into something, like you learn it to the full, or at least like some of us do.
Yeah, like this is a representation of us as well, and like the way our minds are in a way when it comes to this stuff, because there's some stuff in here where people probably like, why is this in here?
Yeah.
But we could give you a reason why it's in here.
Yeah, like even the Union ones, that was the nostalgia of like the wovens. Like it was just like, oh fuck, like I remember the footscapes, the rainbow footscapes. We all had them because they were comfortable, they were nice. But I still feel that one would have been better just being a neutral gray. Yeah, it's boring and simple, but the neutral gray 85 cut was terrible. I didn't like the shape. It fucking creased up nasty.
The toe is crazy.
Yeah, but imagine just a Union 1 neutral gray just without the woven. I was just like, it'd probably go for like 400 or 500, but it would be a nice everyday, because it looks nice. It's good material. It's good color. Obviously, it's Union. But I think that's why people consider the other Union ones like some of the best Jordan ones ever, because it was OG colorways mixed into one to make this very nice shoe.
Yeah, and they like did a good job like complementing one another, because they had samples that didn't look as good as the ones that they actually dropped, and even just the way like they wear in well. They use good materials on it, and they had a story with it. It wasn't just like, all right, here you guys go, take this.
No, yeah, because even I seen the Chicago colorway and I'm just like, it just doesn't look right. The sample,
Nah, it
like it
doesn't.
looks like a custom, and the Union
Yeah,
ones don't look. They're a real shoe, and they don't look like customs.
yeah. They even have like that like weird like stained look to them.
Yeah,
Like they like use like a stain marker on them, which like the other unions are gonna have that look to them over time if you're actually wearing them. Like those actually are two pairs I have that I've had since they dropped, which I've never bought a new pairs of because they wear in well, and the pairs I have are molded to my feet.
yeah, and I actually took care of those surprisingly. Yeah, the Union ones, I definitely got them right away. I think I paid one for retail,
Oh, that's hard.
and then the other one I paid like $400.
Yeah, and even it's crazy because that's a good, that's a great shoe, but it's another one that got hit with like a little bit of a price drop because of
The
like,
market.
the market
Yeah.
and the way we're in. Because size 12s when we opened, we sold like a couple for like 3,500, and now they're like around two,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But again, it's like part of the times, but it doesn't devalue the shoe in the sense of like it's still an amazing shoe, and no matter what the price is.
Yeah, it's a nice shoe. And I think people just, again, some people just look at it in the money aspect and they're like, oh, these shoes aren't good.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, bro, like they're actually good. They're just more affordable now.
Yeah, and it's, if anything, it's like it should make you more inclined if you genuinely like it to.
Yeah, I think it's all
it.
about like just, I would say reading the room or like adjusting on the fly, which we do a lot here.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like it's something that, especially this year, I feel like when it comes to like certain sneakers, like we've had to, and even just understanding like, all right, just because we had it at this price at a time, it doesn't mean that we can't change the price. I think that's like the coolest thing about us, like owning everything in the store. We can dictate anything about it at any given time, or we could adjust on the fly to where, like we talked about it the other day with the St. John's, they used to go for $500, and now they're like 150.
Yeah, 150. No, yeah, I learned that from Simon. Simon essentially, he would always do that at District when I was buying. Somebody would come up, and even if, which was crazy, and I don't see Simon to be the guy to do this. Like if somebody was coming to the register and they were about to check out, he'll go on StockX real quick before they're checking out.
Yeah.
And if he saw that it was like a drastic change, like he would go up to like whoever was at the register and be like, yo, they're actually this much now. Like as in like lower.
Oh shit.
Like he wouldn't price it up. But
yeah.
and it's just something that probably the customer didn't really get or something. But to me, it's just like Simon just being like nice, like a nice person, being like, I'm not gonna tax $400 for this shoe that's worth $180 on StockX. Let me just put it at $225, $250.
Yeah, and I think also one thing that I definitely don't forget is we're consumers first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're business owners, but I don't think either of us ever wanted to like go into a store and feel like we were taken advantage of
or taking advantage of people.
Yeah. To where like same thing, if it's something we know that we've had for a while or that it changed, we'll do the little extra work without the person that's about to buy it seeing it to make sure we give you the best price that makes sense at the time.
Yeah, not even that. It's just like you're not gonna become a millionaire over one shoe.
That too.
In reality, like why am I gonna wax on a pair? And I think sometimes even when people are like, "Oh, that's too low," I'm like, "Bro, I'm not even gonna jack it up that much," and because it's not worth that much in reality.
Yeah. No, I think some people really think we have like crazy margins on certain things, and it's like, bro, if only you knew.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Now there's people that do have crazy margins where I'll literally be like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like I'll look at because I'll know what certain people pay for shoes or for items, and then I'll see it on Instagram, and I'll just be like, "Fuck."
Yeah, no, it's crazy because it's just like do you like whatever?
No, yeah, but again, it's just
trip.
like even like understanding your area or where you're from or your consumer, because there's certain stores like they're still around and they're around for a reason. And it's just like sometimes their prices are crazy, but like they're in a I don't want to say better area, but they're just in an area where the people that are walking in there are just convenience. Like, oh, you're super close to me. I'm not going to drive to Little Tokyo, to Chinatown, vice versa. Like I'm here. Might as well get it. Because one of our homies that works at a retail store that had Panda Dunks sitting, he saw somebody pay $180 for a pair of Panda Dunks here. And he was just like, bro, we have them sitting at $115. Or whatever retail is, And then he was like, "That's crazy." Like because he's not super into it, but he was just tripping over the convenience. He's just like, "Oh, like they just don't want to drive to a certain area of LA."
They'd
Or
rather
like,
save that hour drive, like front and back, than and pay the little extra.
no, yeah, because I mean, I do that shit too. You know, like I'd rather just pay the price there and then like move around because I hate it when people come in here and I give them offer on a shoe and I know it's the best offer. Like I literally know it's the best offer. And then they start driving around in LA and they come back and I'm like, bro, you just wasted 40
So
bucks
much
on gas, you know? You just lost money. And I knew that you weren't going to get a better price.
Yeah, especially with the way gas is now, $7 a gallon right now. It's very depressing.
No, that shit went up again.
It went up.
It went up because I didn't even notice
Yeah.
till like 70 bucks doesn't fill my car up anymore. It used to be 60.
Yeah.
And then I started going up slowly and then 70 was doing the thing. And then now I'm just like, bro, I got 3/4 the other day. And I was just like, there ain't no way.
Yeah. I used
but-
to fill up with 100. I'm at 3/4 at 100
Yeah,
right now.
but
It's nasty.
I'm not really checking fucking gas prices. Like, I'm not like, if I need gas, I need gas. You know, what the fuck am I going to do? Walk?
No cap. But yeah, it's just like, just saving people the time. But
No, yeah, it's all convenience. Like, we always make fun of this stupid gas station in the corner of the store.
You know what's the most expensive?
It's
gas station
this
in
one
LA?
and the Cesar Chavez.
like-
Yeah.
This one? I thought the one, there's one in my hood, like off of La Cienega and Olympic, like where it merges. That shit's like, right now, it's probably like $8.50 or $9.
Yeah.
No cap.
No, yeah, but
I'll take
this-
a picture of it. I got
But
you.
this one is convenience because the
Yeah.
the freeway's right there, so people are running out of gas. So as soon as they come down, that's the first one. Boom, take
Yeah.
you to the paint.
And that one's in the middle of no gas stations,
Yeah.
like around. So
Now even Cesar Chavez, the one right there on Alameda and Cesar Chavez, super expensive, bro. Like super expensive. But again, it's just like the convenience of like your car broke down. We see so many accidents here of people getting off that freeway.
at least once a week,
Yeah, so be careful. Literally, like people literally crash
coming
all
in
the time.
hot. But yeah, man,
But yeah, we'll take a little break and then we'll get back to it.
Blizzy back.
We're
Bueno.
back. We're back. A little food break.
Little munchies.
Hungry.
It was delicious. But yeah,
Back to nostalgia. No. All right. So speaking of stuff that we've had, like, I would say not a hard time, but like getting rid of or like having, etc. How about a shoe that you haven't had that you always wanted that will come in and then, you know, might be a little pricey, but that you're just like, oh, I have to have it.
that hasn't come in.
That you haven't had.
Damn, that's hard now because low key, like I've been lucky to where a lot of stuff like crossed my path to where now, damn, it has to be like not because I had them before. Even like we was talking about like the Slam Cities the other day, how they need to retro those. But like it's like unnecessary stuff at this point, like grails, like unreleased as beast type shit. Like one I always wanted, but I don't think I'll ever get it is like the fucking Quasimodo Dunk Highs.
Those
But,
are good.
Yeah, like especially after like travel on, bro, the price is ridiculous on those now. They're like $30K. Even out of the like city pack, I always wanted the London the most low key just because I found it the most wearable. The same thing. Like it's just stuff that I don't ever see myself down to pay what it goes for now. Unless, you know, something happens, like, you know, shit happens. You get lucky with things because even like the random ass pair of Brazil dunks that I got in a couple months ago, that's something I never thought I would see and it came in. So anything is possible, but I think, yeah, it'd have to be like those. That's like top of the list. What about you?
That one's tough, but I think the same thing. Like maybe some sample SBs.
Yeah.
Like even like it's nothing crazy, but the other day Ryan Cooper posted the OG Gucci dunks, like the
Oh,
original
yeah.
sample, like the one that looked crazy with like the flaring and all that stuff.
They're
Not-
just made better. Like you
yeah,
could
they were
tell.
made better. The shape was better, and I just remember being on like forums and always seeing that like the super like the OG like SB heads used to have them and flex them, and it was just like, oh, you can't. They before the resin, obviously.
Yeah.
And I remember that was just like it was low key always the most expensive shoe at Flight Club when you put most expensive.
Yeah, it was the one that always popped up. That was like literally always at the top of the list. And
Yeah,
it's-
but the nostalgia of that, just remembering me being a kid and being like, fuck. And I think expensive was 2,500, 3,000, and I
Yeah.
was just like, fuck. Why is it so much? And I remember just doing my research, and it's a sample, it never came out, blah blah blah. And just that colorway, I feel like the Gucci colorway at that time before it got burnt.
yeah, because I was way well before I got burnt.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, it was sick, you know. Like, and yeah, I remember seeing that shoe always and being like, fuck, that's
the one.
that's like a grail, you know. But now people look at it and probably like, oh, whatever's.
No, yeah, and it's funny because even speaking of that, there's so many like random obscure SBs that go for a lot of bread now, and that one, like the actual release, never like went up. It always stayed around like the 350 brand new, and it's a sitter at that price.
Yeah.
But you have like other random stuff, like just it's a cool one, but to me it's like not worth it. Like those the Nasty Boys.
Oh yeah.
It literally looks like a super basic freaking just GR colorway with like the flag in the back, whatever.
That's the one that UNLV run, right? Or no, that.
Nah, that's the one that like there's like the low that's the white and red.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
the
there's
white and red.
high
Yeah, yeah.
that's like yellow and green or
Yeah.
something. Like, but yeah, it goes for like $1,000, and it's like, bro, like why? Like,
Yeah.
like it's just one of those random ones that doesn't make sense. Or, I mean, I know it's because of Travis, but like the Trail End Dunks,
Yeah.
that was a freaking sale. Journeys CCS shoe, like, and same thing. That one, like people as B grails, like where they still go for over 1,000 new or whatever. But, yeah, like it's just like stuff that I'd be shocked to see at this point, because thankfully being in this industry as long as we've run across so many things. Even like talking about earlier, the entourages, I never thought I would see those. Oh, I wouldn't mind a Vibe Air Force too. But I was actually talking about this with the homie Anita the other day, because she had one. And yeah, they're just like hard to get, and they were made in like really random sizes because they were made for like execs.
Uh-huh.
So there's not too many pairs floating around, and I think the closest size I've seen is like an 11 and a half. So they might not even have my size in those, but like just random things, like as far as like everything else, I feel like we always run into it. One thing actually, even talking about that's B's that I thought was cool over the weekend, Ryan showed he swapped the homers
Oh yeah, I saw
with
that.
the Pro Bs, and that's crazy because like those alone in that go for a lot. And the fact that he was just like, yo, like I think both of these will look cooler this way, and like in all honesty, I think they do. Like we'll have Robin set the picture, like it looks sick, like, and he killed it on that. And even the guy he had do the work, like he did a killer job. Like you could tell like it was done like proper, and like it gives the bolt shoes a completely different profile, and it makes you wonder like, damn, should they have released like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another SB that I remember was like a crazy grail for a lot of people that I just never understood the hype. Was the Loon.
I always liked the Loon, and the crazy thing about those is I feel like the release pair was better than the sample pair, because the release pair, all the little dots were embroidered,
Yeah, yeah.
and then the freaking sample there was like just like printed on.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just like I thought that was always a cool colorway. I had those. I like those a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Even seeing the sample and even having a chance to get the
Yeah.
GR pair, I just was like, I would always look at it and I'm like, I don't get the point of the shoe.
No, yeah, it was like it was made after the bird, right?
Yeah.
It's like a loon bird or whatever. Yeah, it was like a random like again when they used to just do random colorways. All right, let's just make this one after a bird. Like that was nuts. But the other one that I think they should have done the sample pair was the Jasons.
Yeah.
Because they look way better as a low.
Yeah, the Jason sample, I remember Murat had that one.
Yeah.
I mean, he had all the crazy SBs before anybody had crazy SBs. Well, like obviously like the newer generation. I remember he had literally every single one.
No, yeah, because he had those. He had the
Freddy's. He had like all. I think he had the entire city pack.
the tweet samples.
Yeah,
too?
tweet samples.
Yeah, just like all those.
Yeah.
Like bro, like how? But he was always into that type of stuff.
Yeah. No, I remember him and Carl would always get like the crazy SBs.
Yeah, no, that was the time.
But yeah, it just like shows you like with people like the market's always changing. because around that time samples weren't worth too much. Well, it was a lot for that time, but as in like for now. And then I remember even just like I clearly remember Dulé offering Carl the pigeon for a rack,
bro.
and then it just like never bought it. I think Carl kept postponing it, like, oh, bring it next week, bring it next week, and then luckily for Frankie,
He kept
it, you know, and I don't think he ever sold it.
Yeah, knowing Frankie, he probably still has it. Frankie's another one that, bro, that fool has stuff that we probably don't even know he has. Cause
Yeah, he told us that he wanted to consign a Paris here, but I'm like, no, bro.
Yeah, because even something like that, it's one of those things where it's like, it's crazy, but it's a liability having something like that.
And like not even just a liability, like the chance of it getting dirty in the case or like somebody touching it, like as in like with a dirty hand or something.
Yeah, there's so many little variables to where it's like, if something happens and then we're liable, and then like,
yeah, because he wanted to. He was just like, I want to sell it at 100. I'm like, bro, good luck.
yeah, like it would be crazy like to post it and everything, but
I told him, I was just like, we could probably just post it for you and put inquire us if like we can lead you to
the right person.
To the right person. But yeah, it's just something like that. Like even some of the Kobe samples that we had, we took them off the case because it's cool to display them for a bit, but then you just take them off because you don't want them to get damaged. Because same thing, I mean, we clean the case every so often, but shoes do get dirty and stuff like that because we're in the main streets where a lot of dust walks in.
Facts.
Well, flies in, whatever's.
Yeah, and people that know we have them, like if they ask us, we'll gladly show it to them. Just because, that's been cool. Even that, like, that's been cool because, again, like, we never know what's going to walk in here, but the fact that we've been able to, like, accumulate the present we have, like, that's been fun. And, like, to be able to continue to do that, just to have stuff for people to come in and look forward to seeing, too.
Yeah, but even going back to Jordan 4's not being wearable, like, Undefeated 4, Eminem 4. But the first
the original ones. Yeah, because the retros look nasty.
Yeah, the new that new shape wasn't it. Like, I literally didn't like it. But yeah, like having a Undefeated 4, like the first release, like that shape was so good. Having the Eminem, you know, like it was like a nice shape to the Jordan 4. And again, this is just us like being into it, where like little shapes make a giant difference. And I mean, some people do complain, but some people just don't even see the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like so many little things from just like, oh, it's not right, you know, like it's not done right. But then it's also crazier, like when some people are like, oh, like this new shape sucks, but I'm like, oh, this new shape is better. Like the reimagined threes, I think the one that just dropped is probably one of the best threes.
Yeah, that's one of the best threes they've dropped in a while. And even like as far as like resale goes, that's been one of our best sellers since it came out.
Yeah, it's been a steady 325. Like it dropped a little, but they've always been selling for 325. And it's a nice shoe, you know, but yeah, I just feel like me with like, again, with Jordans like that crease up so fast. I'm just like, fuck, I'm over this.
Once or twice tops.
Yeah. And it's just like, I'd rather just not buy it. That's why with the J Balvin, I was hesitant because I'm like, I'm wearing this once.
Yeah. And then it's just like,
yeah, literally I'll sell it here, you know. No, I thought I wanted them when they first leaked because I was like, yo, they're really nice.
Yeah.
And then I saw it in person and it literally was, and we had our size here. And I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
No, yeah, even talking about 4s, I mean, I would love them, but same thing. It's like I'm not gonna pay the price of the Travis 4s. Like,
those are nice.
The FNFs,
yeah,
the purple ones,
the like charcoal ones, the olive ones. There's so many.
I remember the first time I seen the purple ones. Shaq West was wearing them. He came into Toronto, New York, and bro, they just like didn't look like anything else up until that time. And it's like, bro, that shit's crazy.
That was cool about that Travis run with those SBs. No, the SBs, fucking Jordan 4s that he made sample pairs and they kept state samples and they were super FNF.
Yeah.
And that kind of just reminded me of like the old game, you know, like it's just like there was always a sample to the release pair.
Yeah.
And the sample just stayed up. But it just like, it wasn't a force. Like one that I personally don't like, when they brought back the Fresh Prince grapes with the no laces.
Oh yeah,
they
that was
killed it with the
freaky.
leather, but no laces because obviously Will Smith wore them with no laces. But
they should have given you the option to like at least put the laces on if you wanted to.
Same thing. Like I feel like it probably wouldn't do well, but a Grape 5 like aged, reimagined, like giving the Lost and Found treatment will look so good with the fucking teal Nike Air in the back. Because Grape 5s are like some of the best ones, but the last retro was so bad. What was it, 2013?
Yeah, it was like the plastic
leather, yeah. Like 2006 Grape 5s are one of the best Jordans in general ever. I think like the shape, how it looked, like it was so nice. It's kind of like 2006.
It was, yeah, and it's crazy to think that they haven't retroed those like properly since then, because that's like a staple. That's low key might be the best Jordan 5.
Yeah, like same thing with I feel Bordeaux 7's like the last retro, and then the first retro in 20 what 11 10
The last one was the all
15
black box. Yeah,
the 15 that
Yeah.
retro sucked, and then the 2011 the shape was fat.
yeah,
Or
it was
20
bulkier.
Yeah, it was just like it just felt too round. But same thing, it was nostalgia. I remember just clearly seeing the picture of Michael Jordan wearing him in that picture with Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
He was wearing the Bordeaux 7s, and when they like were like, "Oh, these are coming back out," I literally lined up for them. I was like, I think I bought 2 pairs.
yeah, that was a shoe during that time. Loki ran through a couple of pairs because it was good like when it came out, but now to think about it, it's like, dude, like they haven't given us a proper shape. Like those early like 2007s that they did, like the Raptors.
The
and all
Raptors
that,
so good.
bro,
Yeah,
that was, like,
Raptor 7s, Bordeaux 7s retro. Right, I will buy a pair just to have.
facts. Yeah, because even what was it like a couple weeks ago, we got in those Ray Allen 7s, and they're actually really good. Like, because
The
it was
shape,
a PE.
the shape is good, but the
Yeah.
quality's not that great.
Exactly. Yeah, and it, bro, it was crazy. Like we sold them for like $75.
Yeah.
and that used to be a couple $1,000 PE colorway. But yeah, yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's like a lot of random things now. That's cool, but it's like are you actually gonna wear it? And it's like also if you don't have a connection to it, it kind of like, why do I want it? You know?
Yeah. No, yeah, same thing. That's why I'm just like, I don't need most of the things. I'm a big fan of it, but yeah, even right now, I buy a lot of ball shoes because I like hooping them. Like,
Yeah.
think, yeah, I want like a couple more Kobe's. I just, I think they're cool. Like,
No, 100%. Yeah, same. Like I don't hoop, but I like using them for the gym and whatnot because they're good shoes. And even I think just us being us, like we just like trying out different things and wearing different things because it's just like kind of part of our DNA being in what we're into, you know?
no, yeah, like the other day, we had a SB4 size 10, and I like was like, I want it again. But then I'm just like, bro, I'm so like super like I can't buy it again. Like, no, I'm just no.
Yeah, no, I feel that because even, yeah, we had them and shout out to the homie that held us down, but like we had our fun with them and, on to the next.
But same thing, it's just like creasing. But again, it's just like the whole thing about recycling. Like it's just like, all right, cool. Like I don't have to come out of pocket for this one. I could trade something.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing about it.
No, yeah, we have our fun. We do what we got to do with them, and then let somebody else enjoy them, and we can enjoy the new items.
And also
off
like the
board.
crazy thing is that we never tax on our stuff. Like
Nah.
that's our personals. Like you'll be able to tell like, oh, that was DC's, that was Versus. Like it's always a good price.
Yeah.
Like it's like even the Born and Raised. Like I wore them a couple times, but again, it's just like I don't keep shoes forever. And same thing, I'd probably just make somebody do like a kickflip or something for them. Like it'll be nice. Like, but same thing. I'm just like, am I gonna keep wearing them or am I not? Like they're cool, but again, it's just like I don't like having too many shoes in my house. Like I'd rather just make space for the new ones. Like if I buy 2 new shoes, I try to get rid of 2 shoes to get.
Keep the rotation.
Yeah, because in reality, it's just like I'm not wearing that many shoes at once.
No, 100%. It goes back to like, yo, we only have one body. Like, there's only so much stuff we could wear in X amount of time,
Yeah, but also like I think we're just like I would say like in a lucky position with sneakers where we have access to them. Like,
Oh yeah.
like I always when people are like, oh, how many shoes you have, and I'm like, bro, I have thousands of shoes because everything here. But I'm just like at home, I don't have too many because here I'm like, I'll bring one, get one. Like,
yeah. It's just not like being OD about it because at the end of the day, you're right. Like this is essentially our closet.
yeah, but yeah, no, yeah, like, and again, it's just like if I wasn't like a sneaker store owner or just even like had access or like an employee of a sneaker store, like I probably would have 500 shoes at home, like a Skate the Great, like where I love it and I know that it's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to
Get it back again.
Yeah, but yeah, just like stuff like that, like having fun with it and like collecting is still cool, but again, I think I'm just like lucky where I'm just like it's all around it, like.
No, 100%. Because I think we also have that thing in the back of our head to where we kind of know, like, if it's something we let go of, if we really want it again, we're gonna cross paths it eventually.
Yeah, or you just find it like again, like I like finding shoes like randomly, like how I got my 95s from Daily. But same thing, like I had them for a while and I really liked them, but I prefer the pink pair, the blue pink.
Yeah, it was
And then
good.
Dima like bugs me about them, and Dima loves 95, so I just literally gave them to him. I was like, yeah, he can have them. I don't care.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's cool. And that, bro, that's even those. It's kind of crazy how we haven't ran across really any on this side.
It's the thing again. People want them.
Yeah.
Like they want them to wear. They're nice, and you know, Clint is probably like the hottest streetwear dude out right now.
Yeah.
Supreme's using them for ads. Like, then you know, he seems like a chill dude, and his brand is cool. You know, like
The Cortez stuff is nice.
yeah, it's like I don't have any of it, but again, it's like Palace. Like
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but I
Yeah.
just can't wear it. You know, like
No, yeah, I get it because it's cool, but it's also kind of like they swag out there type deal.
that, or also it's just like kind of. I always say it with like Palace and Supreme, I was just like I feel like if Palace came out when 2006, like when I got into Supreme, I'd probably buy a Palace and Supreme the same, like you know, the same amount. It's kind of how when we used to buy Diamond before it blew up, just because it was cool, you know.
It was cool, and we like grew up on it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think same thing with like what's the RTC Cortez. It's just to me, it's just like, do I really need it? Some of the stuff is really nice, but I'm just like, I don't really need it.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's cool, and it's like, yeah, I really like those. I would definitely love to try to grab a pair. Yeah, speaking to existence, they gonna come into the store.
Now I want the navy pink one, but same thing. It's like if it happens, it happens. Like yeah, I could order it off the apps, but I don't know. It just takes away from it, you know.
Yeah, it's not that it's cheating, but there's an excitement about even
Finding
being
it.
here, and like yeah, that too, like finding it or like going somewhere and you're like, oh shit, they have it here. Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, because even with that 95, I could have hit up Jonathan
Mm-hmm.
like right away and been like, yo, I need it. But I was just like, I literally said, I'm going to Miami next month. If they're there, they're there.
Yeah,
And it was just kind of like, all right, cool. And when I got there, literally he was there when I went up, and I'm like, yeah, I want those. Like,
it's meant to be.
yeah, but it was cool. But yeah,
You still got 'em?
no, I gave them to Demo.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, there's you know certain things that you see and you're just like, fuck, like I have to have it. And that's the thing. Again, it just makes it cool, like traveling and seeing new things, and you're just like, oh, sick. Like I
Yeah.
always look. Like even when we did this pop up, in Miami, where we gave with San Diego.
Uh-huh.
I looked through their vintage section. Obviously, didn't find anything that I really wanted, but there's cool things. But same thing. It's just like, if I like something, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Like I went to Alex's memorial opening and I bought like 5 shirts, and they all fit really nice. Like I
Nice.
tried on like 10 shirts, but yeah, it's about finding it and kind of having an experience with it. with
Yeah, and at the end of the day, also just buying what you like and what, like, it doesn't matter what anybody else says or think. If you fuck with it, do it. Like, who cares?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like I do here and there buy from Goat mainly, but it's because I literally can't find the shoe. Like I'm
Yeah.
literally like fuck. Like it hasn't came in.
Like the Sandies.
The Sandys, yeah.
That was
the,
perfect
the
too because
Links,
we still haven't seen those.
I got them before they shot up.
Yeah, that was like perfect.
Yeah, and they're nice. Can't find them anywhere. I think what else did I buy there?
The Jounce?
The Jounce, the 991, and low key we have a 10.5 hasn't came in here.
Nah, that's another one. I think that one's okay, the best one in the sense of like they all look the same, obviously, and it's the best price
Yeah.
because all the other ones are a little bit pricier.
Not even that. What is it? The 992? Shit's expensive as hell. Or 993?
Yeah.
No, 2.
The two, yeah, they're
Yeah.
like brand new, like over $1,000 now. So it's like you're gonna get something. I high key think the 991 fits the best because it's like a medium between the 990 and the 992, and yeah, you get it for the best price too.
But yeah, remember, buy what you like. Don't pass it up. But that's one thing too. Like, don't pass it up. Like, I feel like if you do you really see something that you like right away, just fucking buy it.
Yeah, no cap. And
Obviously, if you have the means for it,
the
you know.
facilities for
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, like again, like I think sneakers have got me out of a tough position sometimes where I'm just like, fuck, I need the bread. So I just sell some shoes.
Yeah, that's like the one of the pros to it. Like at the end of the day, it could help get you out of a situation too.
Yeah, but also don't hang on to stuff for too long because then sometimes it'll deteriorate or fuck up. Like that's why I got rid of my Tom Sachs. The
Yeah.
shoe's sick. It's one of my favorite shoes ever. But I think it's coming to that age where it's like they're slowly gonna start falling apart.
Yeah, it's like knowing when the time is up for certain things too. that's like important. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys like have story wise like that? Like, let us know in the comments because we'd love to hear them as well.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions for us, just ask away down here. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we're out.
Late.